Good afternoon, and it's my pleasure to once again welcome you to our weekly news program from the territory, showing on the Unity Station NTA Channel 5, Abuja. It is time to bring you abreast with news stories and other interesting reports from the communities within the nation's capital. I am Aisha Ubali. The program continues shortly. And now let's start on a religious note. Christians have been advised to hearken to the word of God in the scriptures, which says, watch and pray, which is a sure way of overcoming and having victory over temptation. This was the message in today's Sunday sermon in the Cherubim and Seraphim Church, Gariki, as well as other churches visited. And the full package of that report will come up in our subsequent bulletin. Women Wing of Christians Association of Nigeria have identified prayer as the best solution to the peace and security challenges confronting homes and Nigeria at large. This was brought to the fore during the 29th annual national convention held in the Federal Capital Territory. Sandra Akame reported that women were drawn across the 32 states of the Federation, including the FCT.
The convention, which bore the theme, My Peace I Give Unto You, not as the world giveth, is to honor the Lord for his continuous mercies and kindness to families and the country. Chairperson and President of Wawikan Deaconess Ambassador Bola Ihesiolu urged women to be steadfast in the work of the Lord. She further congratulated all awardees and encouraged them not to relent in their good works.
It's good for us as mothers to bring up our children because the nation wants good children. They will be the leaders of tomorrow.
Is working together to be able to speak with one voice on issues of mutual concern. And we work for the well-being of every Nigerian.
At the opening of the convention, Wawikan honored the FCT Minister Yesim Wike alongside other notable personalities.
He mandated that as his pioneer mandate secretary, I must come and give his voice, not as a woman, but as a principal who has principally positioned women in the Federal Capital Territory.
Women should be encouraged to work together for their well-being, the well-being of their family, and the well-being of the nation Nigeria.
It's an indication that you should do this with a good will, and I keep the message, I keep the invitation to work also with a good will.
Wawikan has been collaborating with the United Nations Women and other donors to empower women across the globe. In Abuja, Sandra Akeme, NTA News.
Meanwhile, the Committee of FCT Imams Initiative has commenced the distribution of government palliatives to its members spread across the 6 area councils in the FCT. Chairman of the Imam Forum, Sheikh Muhammad Tajuddin Adigu, commends the federal government for the gesture which targets the less privileged. Let's join Abdullah for that report.
These food items, as palliative of 600 bags of 50 kg rice and 200 bags of maize, was courtesy of the federal government handed over through the FCT Jamaatul Nasrul Islam, JNI, to the FCT League of Imams as one of the ways to reduce the socio-economic hardship at the moment, orchestrated by the removal of fuel subsidy.
They have the structures which we believe will actually go to nook and corners of FCT. So on behalf of the Jamaatul Nasrul Islam, I wish to hand over to the chairman of this Imam Forum.
Transparent, fair and just distribution to those in their need, Sheikh Muhammad Tajuddin Adigun emphasizes, will guide all the trustees as they share the items to the beneficiaries.
Each of the local governments are going to have 80 bags of rice and 30 bags of maize. There are other organizations that also are going to be given, like the Jamaatul Nasr Da'wah, like MCC. All of them are going to have their shares. The committee of FCT Imam Initiative, who are also in charge of distribution, some will also go to the imams who actually are poor. The imams of each of the local governments are here, their representatives, who are going to follow these trucks. Is going to be from this point to the point of distribution there in their local governments. In Islam, you always appreciate no matter a little gesture given to you.
The religious leaders, who were obviously happy with the development, gave the federal government thumbs up while asking for other social safety nets for all citizens. In Abuja, Abdullah Hajia, NTA News.
Away from religious matters in the quest to build an indivisible force that can foster development, progress, and unity for the good of all. Indigenous people of South region converge on Abuja in reception of their legislators to chart a way forward. Gideon Yohana reports that Nigeria's former president, Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan's message to the South region was presented at the event.
Special guest and former President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, represented by former Ambassador to Sweden, Norway and Denmark, Ambassador Dr. Godnus Bolade Igali, says now is the best time to chart a new course.
An amiable gentleman that gave this country's democracy consolidation.
Guest speaker Professor Osaremen Osumbo enlightened the audience on their history as he calls for unity of purpose.
It requires efforts such as this to sensitize people to the need to be united, to come together, and to confront the challenges that face the people.
Highlights of the South General Assembly was cultural displays showcasing the rich traditional heritage of the people. Being the first of its kind, President of the South General Assembly, Ambassador Dixon Omorige, called for sustenance of the initiative as guests present prayed for a stronger bond for the good of all.
Everybody within South, whether from Bayelsa, whether from Edo, whether from Delta, will forge greater collaborations and we'll be happy and the government will be happy.
It can only be achieved if we are one and if we can be united and do things equally.
There is strength in our diversity, and it is because of that I believe that the Almighty blessed our environment so highly that so much of the resources that is sustaining the economy of this country comes from that place. God cannot make a mistake.
Is to make sure we enlighten ourselves, we tell ourselves the position of a woman. Now we have to teach ourselves how to trade and profit.
In attendance were Honorable Peter Akpateson of Akoko Edo Constituency, Edo State, former Nigerian Inspector General of Police Mike Okiro, with traditional rulers and community leaders. In Abuja, Gideon Yohana, NTA News.
The rich culture of the South people in display there. Now to security matters, the acting Inspector General of Police Kaide Egbetokun directs all medical practitioners in Nigeria to provide prompt and compassionate treatment to all victims of gunshots and accidents, irrespective of police reports. The IGP's decision comes as a response to relented outcry from concerned citizens and the broader community, highlighting the tragic consequences of delays in treating these victims. A statement by the force says the directive aligns with the full enforcement of the Compulsory Treatment and Care for the Victims of Gunshot Act of 2017, which mandates that all healthcare providers prioritize the immediate care and stabilization of such patients, recognizing the critical importance of timely medical attention in saving lives. Meanwhile, the force says it will collaborate with all relevant ministries, departments, and agencies, particularly the Federal Ministry of Health, for the full enforcement of the provisions of the Act. Still on health, medical experts have stated that 80% of stroke cases are preventable with detection of warning signs and acting fast. on them. Hakimati Ali brings us details as the 2023 World Stroke Day is being observed.
Stroke is a medical condition which happens when blood supply to the body is cut off. It is among the leading causes of death and disability globally. Dr. Mimi Osad, a specialist, says the condition is on the increase and can happen to anyone at any age.
The incidence of stroke has become alarming, and in every 6 seconds, one person dies of a stroke. It's even shorter now. Every 4 seconds, one person dies of a stroke. And the sad thing about a stroke, it leaves a lot of people disabled.
She emphasized awareness programs to encourage and educate people to understand stroke signs and symptoms.
Acronym FAST that captures some of the signs of stroke. FAST. So F stands for face. When one side of the face suddenly starts drooling or is weak, pulls to one side, or then the person can't use it. S stands for speech. When the speech is impaired, where the person can't talk normally. So it just might be a stroke.
World Stroke Day is usually observed every 29th October globally to emphasize the seriousness of stroke and highlight efforts on prevention. In Abuja, Hakimat Aliu, NTA News.
And this is from the territory. Thanks for staying tuned. And it's time to take you to the territory. Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Dr. Ali Pati, and the Secretary of Health Services and Environmental Secretariat, Dr. Adedolakbo Fasawi, both have reiterated that health is the key pillar of the renewed hope agenda of the President Bola Tinubu's administration. Shuaibu Nozi Yakubu has the details.
So thank you very Providing and empowering young girls positively is an investment for the future of nations. Collaboration towards this achievement is what informed the Susan Buffet Foundation's visit to Nigeria. The Coordinating Minister of Health and Social Services, Dr. Ali Pati, and Secretary Health Services and Environment Secretariat, Dr. Adedolakbo Fashawi, received the representative of the Susan Buffet Foundation at the Kuchigoro Primary Healthcare Center for an inspection on healthcare delivery in the area.
Now that we have other vaccine-preventable diseases, including for cancer, we believe that our traditional leaders will continue to play the role to educate our people. Take diphtheria, a very simple disease that has already afflicted thousands of children in this country. 98% of those who have had diphtheria in Nigeria were not vaccinated. So it tells you that if they had been vaccinated, they would not have that.
Representative of the Susan Buffet Foundation highlighted some of the core focus of the foundation, top of which is to support women and girls.
I think we can collaborate with government to tackle preventable maternal and child deaths and help communities realize, empower them, give them the knowledge, the resources, the information they need to make sound decisions.
The truth of the matter is our health systems need strengthening. Some of these situations, when we set up a panel for a situation like this, it is for one, to bring closure to the incident of the...
The visit is coming at a time when campaign is being strengthened on protecting adolescent girls from cervical cancer with the introduction of human papillomavirus vaccine into the routine immunization schedule. Oloze Yakubu, NTA News.
Now let's take you to another community called Pine Pine. Every community desires electricity as one of the social amenities to make life meaningful. And Pine Pine community so much long for this, especially with their peculiar story of the proximity to the city and little effort required to actualize their dreams. Abdullah Ajia visited the community from where he is. He will be telling us more on it.
Osakbaibai is a small baggy settlement that has existed for ages. Its location presupposes that its development receives attention. However, the community is still grappling with basic amenities like electricity.
Well, for Gosakpai community along the airport road Abuja, their story about electricity is not that of the total absence of it, but they have an installed transformer with poles and wires in the community, but yet to be connected for electricity to be brought here.
The story of light in this community, we are still expecting the connection of the lights from the federal government, either federal government or the area council chairman. Last time, area council chairman visited us here, so he promised us for 2 weeks. This is over 2 months now. We have not seen anything. It's just connection and the 3 poles that are on the ground falling by the breeze. So these 3 poles, if they are fixed and the other wires, just connect it to the high tension of the road there, everything is okay. That is fine. Light will be there. And if those area or that place has not been connected, definitely we will not have light.
Of course, the use of generating sets becomes the only means of generating power to charge their phones.
The airport road is only goes up, there is no light. They keep transformer for this about 2 years going. They have not connected light. They come here to light for others. They will be connect the light. We have been waiting since long time. There is no option.
We are trying, make they bring light, they don't bring transformer and where. Make they fix them, they not fix them. We did for 2 years now. So we need more still light, that's our own problem.
Their appeal remains that government will look their way in order to bring light and life to this community, because they believe that with electricity, it will connect them to so many opportunities and social well-being. Abdullah Hajia, NTA News.
Thank you, Abdullahi. Now, Lokogoma Highway District of the Abuja Municipal Area Council is known for the real estate development housing both high and low income earners. Deborah Gazajimaika, who was in the area recently, reports that among other needs, good road network still elude the residents of the district as they want the government to urgently intervene.
Cleanliness, they say, is next to godliness. These are words from most people who live around the Lokogoma community. With the increase in the settlement of people around this community, many are saying there is need for more public enlightenment in the area of keeping a clean environment, especially opening up good drainage channels, good roads, water and lights. A visit to Lokogoma area indicates that the occurrence of floods are due to absence of adequate drainage channels, poor waste disposal system and filthy environments.
A shoemaker by profession. My shop is not far from here, but in terms of sanitation, like let me just say, in a month, those people that you come to like clean up the place, you come like 3 times, 4 times in a month like that. Like the place is okay, but the way things are going on, like due to the atmosphere and all that, like and the other things, like in terms of development and things I'm seeing, I think the place have really developed.
My perspective of the sanitation in Lokogoma and the cleanliness of Lokogoma has been a bit challenging. What I would say now is, you know, we are in a sunny weather now. Like currently now we are in a sunny weather now. Okay, if rain falls now, it seems like it packs a lot of things from out there, a lot of dirt out there, and bring it down to Lokogoma, because the drainages are not really enough. Even we that stays in the estate, we pass through a lot.
Residents say the presence of government is needed, as these will help introduce construction of proper infrastructure for a developing community. Hawagimba, NTA News.
And that was Hawangiba and not Deborah Bezazimeka, still talking about Lokogoma, and the residents need government urgent intervention. Now, located not too far away from the Abuja city center, a poorest settlement is catching up to the city development. Asebetonimo Williams was on ground to witness where residents also appealed for more social amenities to enhance living conditions in the area.
Apo Legislative Zone E is a microcosm of diversity, a mix of cultures, traditions, and lifestyles that Abuja is known for. Situated in the southeastern part of the larger Apo district, this zone is characterized by its harmonious blend of residential and commercial spaces, creating a dynamic environment that caters to the needs of its residents who nevertheless lament lack of water drainages, a crucial missing link.
Whenever it rains now, if you see here, nobody will even come out. Even our own place here, you will see the erosion will be coming as if it's river. But I don't know. It rains now, everywhere will be flooded. This road, our yard, everywhere will be flooded.
The residential neighborhoods of Apo Legislative Zone E offer a range of housing options, from cozy apartments to spacious family homes. The layout is meticulously planned, ensuring to balance between the green spaces and built-up areas. Residents enjoy a sense of community while still being well connected to the city's amenities.
The only thing I can say, we need additional, because we need at least a general hospital, if it will be possible. As the settlement at large, we don't have something like this. We only have primary health care, which is at Zombie, and also we also have secondary school and primary school as well. But I think the thing we needed right now, which the community, it will help us a lot, is that general hospital.
Security as well. Yes, we also need security here too as well, because of it's a challenging thing. And then some few days I was robbed in my area, and it was really bad. So I think we need security here too as well.
We really need security in this community. I'm lacking of it. And then light. The NEPA issue is another thing that everybody has been complaining about. As for this community, they are still like the NEPA. They used to bring the light sometimes, but it's not that frequently. So they're having light challenges. And sometimes all this street, they call them Babambola. So honestly, those people, they used to enter this.
Zone E is a balanced blend of residential and commercial spaces, reflecting the essence of Apo's diversity. In Abuja, Asebe Williams, NTA News.
Sadly, the paramount ruler of Ibra land, Alhaji Ade Ibrahim, the Ezinoi of Ibra land, has passed away at the age of 95. He died in the early hours of today, Sunday, October 29, after a brief illness in Abuja. Born on February 7, 1929, he served as the fourth traditional ruler in the current Ohinoi, with headquarters in Okene. Throughout his life, he pursued education in both Western and Quranic schools, obtaining a bachelor's degree from Harvard Business School in 1959, among other accomplishments. In 1997, he was coronated as the Ohinoi of Ibrahim by the then governor, the late Prince Abubakar Audu. His remains is expected to be taken home to Okene today for burial in accordance with Islamic rites. May Allah grant him a Jannah Firdaus. And is on that note, we conclude territory for this week. Please do join us again next week for more reports from the community. I am